and welcome to week 6 of our weekly wrap-up for the year of Granny Squares Cal. I'm Jenny from Inmysparetime Crochet and I'm running this thing. So we are working from the book A Year of Granny Squares by Madeit, and we have just finished, or most of us have just finished week 6, which was Sweet Violet. It was a beginner level pattern and it was quite easy and quite enjoyable to make. I'm sure that if you've made it, you would probably agree. I did mine in white, pink and mustard. For my squares, I'm using a selection of cotton blends. No, sorry, this is 100% cotton by Source of Fibre, an Australian brand. It's clear as cotton. This is the old branding, but yeah, lovely cotton to work with. And I'm also using a 3mm hook. So that was my Sweet Violet. As usual, I'll have a little slideshow to insert here for you to see the squares that everyone has sent me or popped in our Facebook group. Our Facebook group has had a real surge in members actually, so I'm not too sure if every single person's joining in, but we're up to about 110 members, which is crazy. But yeah, so, and of course not everyone is sending in their pictures. That's fine. If you just want to, you know, just go at your own pace and keep them for yourself, that's absolutely fine. But if you do want to send me any of your squares, even if they're ones from previous weeks, please go ahead and I'm more than happy to share them. So yeah, let's get on with this week's video, or this week's slideshow rather, and then I will pop on at the end and share my week 7 square with you all. So I'll see you in a moment. As usual, I think everybody did an absolutely great job. There are a number of people that are following along with the colour palette that Kylie has used in the book. And some are just, I was originally doing that when I was using acrylic yarn, but once I changed to cotton, I'm sort of mixing it up a little bit more. As usual, I've got my little tracker here. If you don't already have it, this is a printable tracker that you can use just to kind of keep you motivated, keep you organized maybe. It has a list of all the page numbers, the names of the square, the difficulty, the date that we're doing them, etc. You can find it within the Facebook group, or I do believe I might have it linked in one of my original videos, but let me know if you're wanting it otherwise. Yeah, so next week, the next square we are going on to is another beginner level. It's our last run of beginner level patterns before we move back into intermediates. This is Tulip Bowl. Really, really pretty. I actually really enjoyed this square. I absolutely love the result. It's just so neat and tidy and cute. I did find, and yeah, I love using cotton. There's, you know, you can see the stitch definition is great. It looks great from the back as well. Yeah, the the stitch definition is great. I did, because I'm using the cotton, because, you know, it doesn't have much give in it, and I'm using a small hook. Getting in to do their little puff stitches was a little bit fiddly at times, but I just think each individual square is so cute. It wasn't difficult to sew them together, and then all you're doing is putting a border around it all. And I had no problem with the instructions. It was very easy to follow. I think like a whole blanket done in this square would look amazing, but to be honest, I probably wouldn't have the patience for it, but I do think it would look amazing. So yeah, there we go. Tulip Bowl square number 7. Starting to get a nice little collection here of squares, and I really like the feel of cotton as well. So getting a nice little pile here. Yeah, and I don't know. I am thinking I'll make a blanket of some sorts with at least some of these squares, but yeah, I'm very happy with the ever-growing pile of squares that I have. So yeah, as I said, Tulip Bowl is the last one before we head into a couple of intermediate patterns. We're over halfway through our spring squares. Once we get through 13, and then we're going to be heading into our summer. We're going to be heading into summer after that. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. If this is the first video that you have seen about this cal, anyone can join. You just need to purchase the book. You can, you know, just whiz through them and catch up to us, or just do it at your own pace. But if you like to watch these videos, you can see everyone else's square and get a little bit of colour inspo or something maybe. But yeah, that's it. Very short and sweet. Thank you all very much for being here. Happy to welcome new members into our Facebook group. You can just search for A Year of Granny Squares Cal in the Facebook, in groups in Facebook, and send in a request and I will approve you. So yeah, that's it. Thank you all for being here. I definitely will have a video on Sunday. It felt quite weird not having one last week, but I will have some makes to show you that aren't these granny squares on Sunday evening. So thank you for being here, and I look forward to speaking to you next time. Bye for now.